Grandads and granddads, greetings and salutations, man. We gotta talk about this, man. I was trying to wait a little bit because the situation was still going on. If you don't know who I am, I go by the name of the Black Abstract. I'm an artist, entrepreneur, strategist, and YouTuber. From Buffalo, New York, born and raised. Currently still in Buffalo, New York, born and raised. Live on the outskirts now, but still. It was a shooting that took place today. Apparently at a high school, McKinley High School. Ironically, this is the high school I went to. I went to Emerson for 3 years. They closed down, and then my last year, I went to McKinley. Ironically, if you drive down to the end of my street, that's Elmwood Avenue. You make a right at the end of my street, and you drive 6 blocks down, is McKinley High School. It's on Elmwood Avenue. That's how close proximity this was. It was so close that I hopped in my pickup and I drove around there just to see. I wanted to see like what was going on, and you couldn't even get by there. It was just so they had the streets blocked off. But I got close enough, I could see the SWAT, and I could see all the concerned parents out. And that was the first thing that when I first heard about this, my girl, she's up to everything on the news. And when I first heard about this, the first thing I thought about was, did I know anybody who went there? Anybody whose children went there? That was immediately what I thought. And I had this scan in my brain, and like, and I remember my best friend worked there. He was a security officer there. And I'm like, oh shit, I gotta go. And then I remembered he doesn't work there anymore. He got injured, and he wound up not working there anymore. So I'm like, okay, thank God, like he's not there, because that's so when they said a security officer got shot, that's immediately what I thought of. I'm like, oh no, and then they said a student got shot as well. And like I said, I was wrecking my brain trying to think if I knew anybody. Elmwood is in Buffalo. I live in Kenmore, which is considered Kenmore, so that's out of my school district. So my kids, but if we did live in Buffalo or a little just outside, that's more than likely where my daughter would have been going to, that school. So listen, we never had nothing like this here in Buffalo. You hear about these shootings all over the world, and at first when you're young, you're like, oh, that never happened here. These young high school kid, oh, nothing happened like that in Buffalo, or blah blah blah. Then as you get older and you hear about them happening, you start worrying like, damn, what if something did happen like that? So whenever we get a threat or we hear something about it, it's my first impulse. You know what? You're just going to stay home for the day just in case, because I know how it is. If I hear anything like that going on at my school, I'm loading up and I'm driving and I'm getting mine out by any means necessary. Police going to have to tackle me or something, because I'm going in after shooters. That's just how I feel. But what happened, apparently, I guess everything is settling down now, and they got an update. It says, and what's this from the Buffalo News? It says a McKinley High School student was stabbed, not shot. So the student was stabbed, not shot. And I'm not saying that's any better, but it wasn't a shooting for the student, but I guess the officer was shot. The school security was shot in the leg, I believe. They said it's a non-life-threatening injury. All right, so let's read what it says. It says, a fight that led to a 14-year-old student being severely stabbed and a security guard shot in the leg outside Buffalo's McKinley High School shortly after classes let out Wednesday afternoon, prompted an hours-long manhunt and a school lockdown. Police source and school official late Wednesday confirmed that the student had been stabbed, not shot, which police on the scene had said earlier in the day. The incident prompted a large police response when a local, state, and federal law enforcement summoned SWAT team gear with assault rifles surrounded the campus, and more than 100 students still inside at the time of the incident were placed on lockdown, while worried parents stood outside for hours in the cold. No arrests have been made. Late Wednesday, it says just prior to shots ringing out, there was a physical altercation between a group of people in the school's parking lot. A police source told the Buffalo News. Police on the scene initially said that both the student and the guard had suffered bullet wounds. The boy underwent surgery. Police spokesman Michael J. DeGeorge said late Wednesday he was recovering at Children's Hospital. It says during surgery, it was determined that the 14-year-old male student was stabbed multiple times and not shot. The juror said in a text late Wednesday. The security guard's gunshot wound was not life-threatening. We are aggressively working this case, said Deputy Police Commissioner Joseph Gramalinga. We have a lot of investigators on this. Police have not released a name or description of the suspect. We would like to say where the suspect has been believed to be a student. He asked anyone for information about the incident to call the police. He said Buffalo police were being assisted by the FBI, state police, and Erie County Sheriff's Office. At least 2 armored SWAT vehicles were seen pulling up in front of the school. Squad cars, ambulances, and uniformed officers ringed the Elmwood Avenue campus, and the Erie County Sheriff's Office helicopter circled overhead for more than an hour. The shooting took place at about 3:45 p.m., and about 20 minutes after classes were let out. Gramlamia said it took place at the end of the walkway by the parking lot on the southern side of the school. I know exactly what they're talking about. That's where I used to park at. It said there were roughly 100 students and several teachers in the school at the time of the shooting. The school was placed on a lockdown protocol at first as police went through the building looking for shooters. After it was determined the school was safe, the school was downgraded to a shelter-in-place mode. At 6:30 p.m., police were still working with school officials to release students to parents. They said a group of parents assembled outside the school. And this is when I said I drove up and I saw this. This is when I had saw all this. I saw a bunch of parents and stuff outside as close as I could get. And I don't know what I drove. I just drove up there kind of, I don't know, see if I could help or be of some assistance. But and I actually know a cop who's a friend of a friend that stays on the street that runs right next to McKinley. So I wanted to call him. I actually wanted to get on the street, but I'm pretty sure he probably was working or at least trying to help out the best he could. They told reporters, police, and school officials we're not giving them any information about the situation. Children inside the school calling the parents said that everyone had been moved into the cafeteria and they were being fed dinner while waiting to be let go. Sunny Buffalo State Police sent out an alert via Twitter to the campus telling people about an armed person near campus who was last seen at the high school in Elmwood headed toward Route 198. Immediately, shelter in place, the school police tweeted the order has since been lifted. Buffalo state officials said on Twitter. McKinley will switch to remote learning for at least the next three days to reset the school in a phased approach. What the hell does that mean, reset? I saw that earlier. Buffalo School Superintendent Cash said it's possible McKinley students will remain on remote all next week too. Listen, I would want to too. Like something traumatic like that happened, I would want to. Like, I probably wouldn't even feel safe going back to that joint for real, man. I'd be like, nah. I saw that movie, too. I think, did I do a review of that? I don't even think I did a review of that movie. That movie that just came on HBO Max. What was the name of that movie? It was about a school shooting. These 3 kids running to the bathroom. One of the kids is a black dude. His brother had wound up getting shot by the school shooter. And the other, these 2 girls. But they were so traumatized by this incident, it was just like hard for them to return to school. And they all kind of was using each other as coping mechanisms. And they just had to fucking like try to get over it. You know what I'm saying? But it was just so many. You know, we don't think about the after effects of shit like this that happens to kids. You know, even though there's kids that lose their lives, unfortunately, behind these situations, it's still kids that are traumatized. They got PTSD from situations like that. You know what I'm saying? And they might not even see nothing closely, but just hearing them gunshots. These girls didn't see nothing. They saw the boy come in with the blood on him, and he was saying his brother got shot, but they didn't see nothing. They just heard it, and they was just so traumatized from that, just hearing it. So imagine the kids that see it. You know what I'm saying? They don't necessarily get hurt, but they might see somebody getting it. That's traumatizing for a kid, man. You know, a brain that's not fully developed yet. It's traumatizing for brains that are fully developed. So I could only imagine, man. This shit's scary, dude, and it's like getting closer and closer. Like, I don't like this shit, man. And then they just keep trying to be stricter on these gun laws. It's concerning as a parent. You know what I'm saying? Because you want to be able to protect your babies, man. And you told you can't really do so because of New York State. You know what I'm saying? And I understand their gun laws is like, yo, we need to, but you got to be decipher somebody that's a homeowner that got this and this and this, that cross all the that check all the boxes and meet the qualification, and you just like, no. But hey, like I said, I'm locked and loaded, man. I'm ready to go. I just, condolences. Not even condolences. Nobody lost their life, but just prayers to, the gentleman, the officer that got shot. You know what I'm saying? He must have been either trying to prevent something or was in the midst of something and was trying to either help. And he might have been taking a bullet for who knows, maybe the gentleman that got stabbed. We don't know. We don't know. The story is unfolding, but speedy recovery to both these gentlemen, man, the officer and the student. Just an unfortunate situation, and stuff like this hit so close to home. It's scary, man. It's super scary. I just couldn't imagine. You know what I'm saying? Just having kids now and being of that age where they in school, and it's wild, man. It's wild, dude. Just trying to have faith in humanity to be just normal people. You know what I'm saying? And it was like you don't have any trust or faith in humanity at all, but you trying to. But people weird. People have bad days. People snap. People, you never know what people going through, and your loved one could be a result of them snapping. They didn't do nothing to this person, but wrong place, wrong time, and then you gotta leave all of that shit to chance and fate, man. It's scary stuff. It's crazy, man. Crazy times we living in, man. And like I said, it's so close to home. Like I said, McKinley is literally right there. It's literally right up the street from me. No exaggeration. Like, I'm telling you, go to the corner, make a right, and it's right up there. It's not like it's literally a walk up a street, just drive down straight down this street. You're gonna run right into the school. There's no twist turns, no right. It's a straight shot. That's crazy. That's literally crazy. You know what I'm saying? Post your comments, man. Us Buffalonians, stay vigilant, man. Let's maybe we got to go back to picking our babies up from school when we can. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Remote learning, I don't know, man. We tell our kids not to be scared. We got out of this pandemic, but then you got to worry about shit like this. It's just a no-win situation, man. Like I said, post your comments below. Let me know what you guys think. As always, peace, love, and prosperity. I ain't a black abstract one.